Don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots, score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Deontay Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go.
How do you like it?
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
Welcome to the best city in the world. I think so anyway. My home city, London. We're here for the big press conference. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. Fight number 50 for both. Could be the final fight for Derek Chisora. 50 plus 50. Good maths. Is 100. The 100th fight. And it's in this magnificent venue where we get this press conference started. Look at this. Look at the attendance for this as well. Once it pans down, you see what I'm talking about. They have turned up for this because it really is a big one. Who's going to win? Does Derek Chisora win and set up into the sunset? Does Deontay Wilder win and continue his path to what he wants to be, which is another world champion? Welcome inside my studio with a couple of former world champions, Barry Jones and Darren Barker. Yes, 50 plus 50.
That's incredible. Incredible how you worked that out.
Yeah, I could.
So smart.
GCSE maths, I got a C.
I got an F.
You got an F. Thank God you could box. Wow. You know, I like this fight for a couple of reasons. I think the first one is it's a good scrap. It's a good scrap between two people. One's a brawler, one's a puncher. Those always seem to gel quite well. But I like it because there was a lot of talk about Wilder versus Usyk, which didn't make sense in my head, really. There's a lot of talk about Fabio Wardy versus Chisora. Maybe made a bit more sense, but I feel like this is a more even matchup. The other two, I think, had big favourites in. Fair?
Yeah, I think so. And just, you know, because of their ages and the stage of their career now, they've been around so long but never really looked like they were going to fight each other. So I think, yeah, it sort of fits quite well that if this is going to be the last fight of either one or both, that it'll be these two against each other.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder's an interesting character. He comes with all the energy. I wonder what's left with Deontay Wilder. He still looks amazing. I just interviewed him upstairs and he still looks like a young guy. He's 40. He's getting on a bit. Do you feel like there is something still that he can offer? Did we see that in his last fight against Terrell Hendon?
Yeah, I mean, down a level, not being horrible there. I think that's facts. See him there. Look, he always says the right things. He always looks the part, doesn't he? Always looks frightening. It's just upstairs for me. How much mentally does he still want to go to the wall? How much does he still want to get stuck in training camp? And, you know, when he's sparring, how much does he want to let those big shots go? If he can, it makes it so exciting for us. Look, we're going to see the tail of the tape in a bit, and you see his knockout percentage is frightening, and that's what you pay to see. That's value for money when you're seeing someone putting you on your bum, on the canvas. That's what people want to see.
Yeah, Barry, you were there for that, the IBA event, and at the time, again, there was a lot of talk about Wilder Usyk, and I almost feel like Chisora's like, 1 second, I can get involved in this, and let's see if I can work something out here. And he's almost jumped the queue, if you like, right? And certainly jumped the queue instead of Usyk. I like what Chisora's doing. He's the best seller in the world. He's the best performer we've seen when it comes to selling fights. Both of these two just seem to work. It seems to make sense.
I think so. And what Chisora does, he just goes everywhere, puts himself in the position that if there's an opportunity to get himself out there, make a fight, make a noise, he's there to do it. So you'll see him at almost every single show, big show that's worth going to. He'll be there. I think that's very important for his brand. I mean, with Wilder, I think it's the confidence with him.
Yeah.
I think the power, and you never lose that power, but you lose the ability to let that power, to use that power. And I think that's what he's done. And that's a mental thing, the belief. And I don't know whether that's because you've had lots of trainers trying to make him a better fighter, which that's the right thing to do. But they've taken away that magic of belief that he just throws wild. He cannot box you because he doesn't outbox anybody. But as long as he's throwing, he's always a danger, and you're always aware of what's coming back, and it puts you in reverse. He's not doing that now, and people are walking through him at the level that he wants to fight at. And Chisora, though he's methodical, he's one-paced. That pace is continuous.
Yeah.
He's teak tough, he won't be away from you, and he swings with weight, and that weight drains you and drains you and drains you. And if the fighters at the form they're in now, for me, you have to make Chisora a massive favourite. And I wouldn't have said that any time of their careers before.
It's interesting you say that, because when you look at the tail of the tape for the two, it would almost suggest that Wilder's the big favourite if you didn't know about their recent history. I mean, you look at it, age benefits Wilder, height benefits Wilder, reach benefits Wilder, the big one, KO percentage, clearly benefits Wilder. And then you look at Chisora, and you can see that L in red there, 13 defeats compared to Wilder's 4. It tells a story, like I said, if you didn't know, that surely Wilder's the big favourite here.
Well, that's what grips us to Wilder. Can we see that again? Can we see that knockout percentage rise ever so slightly once more? But for Derek Chisora, he fights to his strengths. He does what he does really, really well. His hands are high, he's in your face, he's got a good centre of balance, and he just walks forward. Second half of the fight, it's very hard to sort of pin Chisora down, get him where you want to get him. He gets you where he wants you, and he's just a tough man to beat, even at this stage in his career. This just makes sense to me. The big 100 there, this man lives for big nights. You see him, he's just a wrecking ball. He punches very hard himself. I think he punches harder than his record suggests. Gets a lot of it through his physical presence.
Maybe his biggest win there.
Yeah, I mean, and
second.
Do you know what he's done late in his career for me, Chisora? That overhand right's always been his favourite weapon. But he used to hit with the inside of the glove so much, and that's why his record percentage, his knockout percentage is not as high as it should be. Now, in his later years, he's been turning that hand over, and it's been more impressive and more of a weapon for him. But he stays low and punches high, and I think that's what his strengths are.
Yeah, we know his strengths. I think it's obvious to know what Wilder's strength is. And I almost feel like sometimes we might be disrespectful to say it's a one-trick pony strength, but that one-trick pony is a very good trick. When he throws that right hand, he throws it with the meanest of intentions, and he whips it so quick as well.
And that's one of the components to being a big puncher, is committing to the shot, fully rotating, turn your hips into the shot, really believing in your power. Can he still do that? That is the big question mark. If he can, it's very exciting, and it could be tough work for Derek Chisora, but he's in your face. He will see the shots coming as well, which will suit Chisora. I like it. I really do like this fight.
Yeah, and when he's on form, he's an absolute weapon. He is, because every punch he can throw, look at that. But the thing is, he's throwing right through the target there. That's the difference, the belief in that. I just got to hit you and hit you clean. This is a fight that he was under pressure in, of course. I think this is the third fight.
This was the third one, which was
the best fight, yeah. But the most draining fight for both fighters, I would say. But I mean, and he showed in this fight that he's tough. The second fight, he folded against Fury. If Fury battered him. But in that fight, he got off the floor and he showed some tough, big tick boxes we didn't think he could. He was just a bully before that, wasn't he? I would say about records as well, go back to that. No, his record is much better than Chisora's, but those 4 defeats in his last 6 fights. So form is certainly in the favour of Derek Chisora.
But I would say Wilder has fought. Chisora has fought the better fighters. Yeah. You see his record, literally bar AJ, who's his mate, and Vladimir Klitschko. He's fought everyone. Yeah. It's incredible. Don't get me wrong, not beating everyone, but he's not afraid to get in there with the who's who. Yeah, it does make it an intriguing match. If we look at Wilder's recent run, as you mentioned there, I mean, there are defeats there. There are defeats, there are some big wins, but it has been a lot of defeats. And can he rewind the clock? That's the story of boxers, right? Especially coming at the end. How long can they kind of reverse age, reverse wear and tear? And like Barry said, though, it's the last thing you lose as a fighter, is that certainly in this division, the marquee division, that power is still there. It's just believing. And also, as always with the fighter, your career is always one fight from being finished. But the more you lose, the closer it is to the end. So he might feel now, if I can't beat Derek Chisora now, then I'm never going to get back to fighting for a world title. So this is the time to believe in myself, commit to those shots, and if he does, we're in for a treat of a fight. Yeah, that one, April 4th, so we've still got some time to go for that one. We've got loads coming your way. More on the current timeline. Nick Ball versus Figueroa. We all go to Liverpool this Saturday for that world title fight. And what about this one? It had to happen again, didn't it? Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington 2, sold out Nottingham Arena Saturday, February the 21st, and then a double header. Stay up, get some coffee, because we are talking a WBC welterweight title fight between Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. Maybe Conor Benn fights the winner, and then the rescheduled magnificent 7 card, Moses Italma versus Jermaine Franklin, Saturday, March 28th. 3 days after my birthday, just saying. Yeah, you don't have to get me gifts. I'm just saying. The big 4-5. The big 4-5. Look at the Derek Chisora has been everywhere, by the way. There he is now. He's not even taking his seat, as you guys can see. He's had a word with the DJ guy to make sure his tracks are ready. We're ready, so let's throw it down to Adam Smith to get this press conference underway.
Thanks very much, Addy. Derek is with us. We're meant to give you the big welcome, but you can come up and join us right now. A huge and warm welcome to this heavyweight press conference. You all right? You good?
I don't know. You told me I was being announced, but...
Yeah. Do you want to come in from the back?
Shall we do it again?
Yeah, go on. Off you go. Off you go. Go on. We'll bring you in again. Hi, everybody. That's Derek. It's... Hey, he's in town.
Don't clap. Don't clap. Don't clap.
Just wait. Give him a nicer introduction in a moment. Hope you've had a great day, everybody. A huge heavyweight blockbuster of a press conference on the banks of the Thames. It's going to be a swashbuckling showdown, this, no doubt. Live and exclusive on DAZN worldwide, sponsored by Oosh and brought to us by MF Pro, their first show. What a show. And Queensberry. What shows we've been having for Queensberry and what lie ahead in 2026. Tickets for this, the 100, we're calling it, on April the 4th from the world-famous O2 Arena. What a great venue for boxing. Pre-sale live now, general sale from 2 p.m. on Friday. Before I bring the big boys out, just a quick welcome to the elite gentleman on the top table, Amir Abdallah from MF Pro. Alongside him, just next to me here, Hall of Fame promoter. He really needs no introduction, doesn't he? Mr. Frank Warren with us. My excellent colleague down on the far side, Mr. Alfie Sharman from DAZN. And Deontay's long... Come on. Let's be a bit more generous. And an old friend and a great guy. What a boxing guy. A man of many talents. The manager, long-time manager of Deontay Wilder, Mr. Shelley Finkel. Great to see Shelley in London. There is a gap in the middle. But here, another of our favourite promoters over the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years. I don't know how long Cal and Nissa have been doing this business. Since they were kids, really. From MF Pro and many other guys, is Calais Sauerland is with us. Okay, time to get these legends out. Please welcome, with a record of 44 wins, 43
by knockout in 49 fights. He's from Tuscaloosa in Alabama. The hardest hitting puncher, I believe, since Ernie Shavers, maybe George Foreman. He's the former long-reigning heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only bronze bomber, Mr. Deontay Wilder.
I love it. I love it. Someone doesn't quite like you.
The Bomb Squad in the building. We know he's also here, but let's bring him in properly. One of the most popular, charismatic, cult heavyweights of the modern era, with a record of 36 wins, 23 by KO, also making his 50th ring walk on April the 4th. The former British Commonwealth, European and two-time challenger for the world heavyweight crown. He is, of course, Del Boy or Derek War Chisora.
Fantastic. What a start. No, 86. I go back.
Okay, it seems a bit surreal, this, doesn't it, after their long, long journeys. Half a century of heavyweight fights on one side, another in fight number 50. It's the 100, two of the most exciting, fearless and dangerous heavyweights of their generation. England and America. I guess first question, Deontay Wilder, why here in London and why now?
I believe in divine timing, Adam. You know, I serve a God that makes all things possible. You know, it may not come when you want it, but it's always on time, I always say. And why not here? You know, some of the best boxing fans in the world lives here. You know, we got the O2 Arena, we got Derek Chisora, and I'm looking forward to the fight. I need this fight. Like I said before, I need Derek more than he needs me because of the thing he brings to the table. I need to see where I am. I feel like I'm back. I've been broken down and rebuilt all over again, and here I am with a beautiful smile on my face, with my spirit so high that I can fly, and I'm looking forward to it, you know, and I can't wait.
We know you love Sheffield. We had you ringside for AJ Klitschko all those years ago on the commentary. Might be you're back here on a mission. Is this a must-win for you in order to fight for the world heavyweight crown again? What is left in the Deontay Wilder locker?
This is definitely a must-win for me. Not only a win, but I need a devastating win. I need a knockout. That's what we come to see. You know, you got two beautiful heavyweights up here that you don't know what to expect from them. You know, we have a question mark on our back because we're unpredictable as fighters. But his style match mine and mine match him. He comes with everything. He throws everything in the kitchen sink. You can add the toaster, the blender, and everything else he's going to bring. He hit you in places that you don't want to be hit, and he don't care. He wants to win. He's going to do whatever it takes to win. And that's what I want. That's what I need. I told Derek, after we didn't talk on the phone and FaceTimed each other, I said, bro, this is going to be the last time. After this press conference, after the final press conference, we will be in the ring. And after that, It's a fight. I don't want no one to get this misconstrued. I don't want anyone to get this mistaken here as our friendship, as y'all see it unfold, because this is how it's been for a while. We don't fake it. You understand me? We don't have to have things to bring up get mad over each other or nothing. We leave that behind. We don't even need security here. Y'all can rest today. You understand? But I want you to know when that night of the fight comes, that will switch off. You will see two enemies in the ring that's going to try to whoop each other. I told Derek, I want you to try to kill me because I need that. I need that. And that's what he's going to do. So I'm looking forward to it. This is a special moment. My 50th fight, his 50th fight, combined together is the 100th fight. One is looking to retire and the other one looking to be the diamond in the rough. He said he's going to carry me with him and we're going to go fishing, but I'll go fishing, but I ain't retiring.
Thou shalt not pass.
Deontay, 2008 is when you turned pro, but you made a bit of a history. You say unpredictable in the ring. You've been unpredictable out of it as well. You do like to get under fighters' skin, a little bit like Derek. Why the respect here? Have you looked at him from afar and just believe that he is a great heavyweight like yourself? Do you need to get that anger, that fire back in your belly outside of the ring?
I mean, respect is earned and not just given. And this is another man that risked his life in the ring just like me. This is a loving father and so many other things that he brings to the table, you know. And, you know, I'm a type of person, I go off of energy, I go off of feel, and this is all I ever felt from him. Many times we were supposed to fall like a decade ago. And then here it is, December, we supposed to fall. And then February, and here it is in April. So, you know, God is an on-time God, you know, and this is where it's supposed to happen, it is meant to happen. So as a fighter, we all have a respect for each other at some point in time. And then once you get out of the ring and you release your energy amongst each other, it brings us even closer, you know. I think it's going to bring us even more closer. You know, like I said before, I'm retiring him with 2 black eyes.
I already got 2.
Derek, he mentions tables. We've had tables turned over. We had all sorts of controversy at press conferences through your career, which has made you so engaging as well as watching you fight. But it seems so calm and cool, this build-up. Why?
All right, so let me fix the microphone. It's in my throat. Okay.
Oh,
there you are. I think because we're old. It's just it. He's 40, I'm in my 40s, so can you imagine 2 grown men wrestling right now on the floor? You be like, what the hell is this? You know, we want to sell this fight in a different way. Now, look at this right now. You know, all these people came out to see you, brother. I'm not going to lie to you. When I do a press conference, it's not that much. Or maybe, you know what? I realize it's MF Pro. That's yeah, because coming from the other side, what you call fake boxing now, and now you're coming to real boxing. So I get it. So now you bring yeah.
All real.
Am I lying, Frank? Not at all. Yeah. So now I understand because I've got this crowd. Yeah, it's a good crowd, young crowd. Understand. So thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah. So listen, I don't want to sell this fight with violence because there's too much violence in the world right now. So we want to sell it on the point of like, there's so much love between me and this brother here. First fight I went to watch in New York was him and Spuka, you know, and I went to watch him with TF, with Tyson. But you know what? I always wanted to fight him, and people always ask me why. Why do you want to do that for? I just want to fight him. But coming back on the selling point, the way we're doing it right now is going great because I think we're doing good numbers. And one of my favorite things for this whole weekend, I introduced him to fish and chips in Barrow Market. So I'm buzzing about that. I enjoy that. So
this is real, Derek. This isn't sort of playing games here, the fish and chips.
No. Listen, it's real because he's my boy. You understand? After this fight, I might go stay in Alabama at least for like a week with my family and just hang out there.
Oh, with it.
You know?
Can you believe that you haven't fought so far through both of your careers? You mentioned the Spilka fight. I think it's a fighter you've got in common, obviously Fury 3 times each as well. But it's amazing this hasn't happened until now. And finally we get to see it on April the 4th, because you've got the two styles that should blend into an absolute classic.
Yeah, you know what? If fighters speak to each other, fights will be happening. That's what I'm going to say. From now on, my point to every fighter out there, if you want to fight somebody, speak to them yourself, make it happen behind the scenes yourself, and then you tell the promoters what you've done. So that way you get to fight each other. Because sometimes the space in between is a very big gap. You know, it's like Chinese whispers, you never know. So I'm just happy that me and this guy are fighting. I'm just happy being promoted by my first promoter and my newly wed-to-be promoter as well. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that Frankie's sitting here with me today.
Yeah, almost 19 years as a professional fighter, Derek. Did you ever believe that you'd have achieved so much in this period when you first started?
You know what? No, I was just doing for the fun of it, you know. I was just doing for the fun of it. When I realized I can get laid by boxing, I became and I realized I can watch the boxing with the Crown Prince, and I'm like, wow, this is what happens in boxing. So I figured, let me take it seriously now. So, well, you know what? I am taking it seriously. Last fight, number 50. I'm excited.
This is the last fight, win or lose. He says he's going to knock you out. What happens when you lock horns together finally with Deontay?
Listen, I think everybody knows what I say. Listen, right now we're just happy to be in the same room and just hanging out with each other. But I believe April, when he arrives in April, I think he arrives one day and he comes back and the first press conference, it's done. You know, friendship is out the window. We actually put the friendship in the bag for the time being, and then we are at it. And then after that, either 12 rounds or 5 rounds or 6 rounds, and we hug and shake. We're back as brothers.
Before I get to everyone else on the table, you've got legend on the back of your T-shirt. Do you believe you're the star of this show, or he is?
We are both, because I don't think if he was here, I would not get all this crowd here. And I believe the United Kingdom love Deontay Wilder. Everywhere he goes, he's a star. So, you know, so he's it. He's got better knockouts than me. You know, he's been losing fights, and then suddenly out of nowhere, the guy is on the floor, don't know what happened. So I think he's a bigger star than me.
Do you echo that, Deontay? How do you feel about that? It's Chisora Wilder here. It's Wilder Chisora in the States. Is it just the two of you meshed together for a fabulous night?
Most definitely. You know, like I said, we need each other, and you know, I don't think one is bigger than the other. In here in this moment, you know, we both come together and bring what we see now. You know, and then when the time of the fight, you see all the fans in the arena. And the millions that's going to be watching, you know, you'll know that we both did it together. And that's what it takes. It takes two fighters to be great and do what they have to do. Like Derek said, you know, we all should talk to each other, you know, whether you like each other or not, you know, just for information. So you won't be manipulated, so you won't be lied to. You understand me? Let the best fights happen at the time they should happen. And it's just going to be a exciting fight. I can't wait, you know. Many guys would never fight their friends and stuff like that for various reasons. So you got to know we got a sick mind to be able to fight each other like this. And we're going to hurt each other, at least try to. And then after that, we're going to make amends and we're going to go on about our lives. And everybody's going to, years later, talk about how great this fight was.
Yep, the 50th fight each and a 50-50 fight. I'm here to bring you in, first of all, from MF Pro. How delighted are you to be involved in this big heavyweight event for early 2026?
What an absolute honor. I mean, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and all of the people that will be attending, which we expect to be a sellout crowd at the O2 Arena. For me, Derek and Deontay are personal friends of mine. I know what their relationship is because I've seen them together outside of this event. To be able to put a fight like this together with MF Pro, of course partnered with Queensberry, is a tremendous honor for me and for MF Pro. This is our inception event. This is us coming out of the gates. Of course, you're all familiar with Misfits. which is the influencer, what Derek calls the circus kind of boxing. This is the traditional boxing. This is how we're starting our mission. This is how we're starting our venture into professional boxing with Chisora Wilder Chisora. And what better can it be than having a partner promoter as Frank Warren and George and Queensberry on DAZN exclusively worldwide. Of course, working with Derek and Deontay. I had 38 phone calls with him one day. One of my bucket list things was to be able to sit on a press conference with the great Shelley Finkel. So an absolute honor. So thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody, for coming. April 4th, it's going to be an absolute blockbuster.
I'm going to bring Shelley in a minute. Firstly, to Alfie down the far end, DAZN with an incredible schedule. We're right in the heart of it. Beginning of February, we've got so much to look forward to. What is it particularly about this one that whets your appetite?
Yeah, thanks Adam, and echoing what was just said, fantastic turnout today. You know, despite the greeting from Derek, I'm a huge fan. These two guys are icons of heavyweight boxing, and April 4th at the O2, live exclusively on DAZN, is going to be an amazing throwdown. For us at DAZN, 2026 so far, we've hardly come up for air. Just this weekend, just gone, we saw Josh Kelly become the latest British world champion in Newcastle. Congratulations to him.
Well done, Josh.
Well done, Josh. MSG sold out. Shakur Stevenson, formidable against Teofimo Lopez. All of these shows that we have coming up, obviously Nick Ball this weekend, Wood Warrington in a couple of weeks, Garcia Barrios, Clarissa Shields, the self-proclaimed GWOAT, is returning, all exclusive to DAZN. But for me, it's this show that I cannot wait for. As I say, icons. I grew up watching these two guys trade leather with some of the best in the era.
Sorry, man. How old are you?
When
you say icons, you make it like sound like we're old. How old are you?
12.
I'm 38.
Jesus Christ. Gee, we're old.
We're old. Thank you.
Jesus.
It's moisturising me too. So listen, you know, I'm a fan first and foremost.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you know, we're very, very privileged to be putting on this event worldwide. We've not worked with Deontay exclusively before in the past, and as was just mentioned, Shelley's a legend. So working with Queensberry, obviously Calla, Frank, great friends of DAZN. We look forward to seeing you all there, April 4th, live and exclusive on DAZN.
Yeah, fantastic, Alfie. So many fights between then and April the 4th, but what a heavyweight night we will have at the O2. Shelley Finkel, you love the heavyweights. You've been around Deontay since the word go. It's a pleasure to have you, as everybody is saying, in London. A warm welcome. What excites you so much about the challenge of Derek Chisora against the man that you've guided for so long?
First, I want to say, Adam, I'm glad to see you here looking so good.
Right.
And that's very important. He went through a big battle, more important than a lot of the fights we see, and he's the champ.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're very welcome. You know, everyone says how calm and mild this is and how Chisora is in. But I know the other Chisora. I managed Klitschko when they were fighting. I was there when Chisora turned the table over and I had to jump to get out of the way. And I guess with age, you do mellow, or hopefully you learn and you grow. This is a match. Look, Usyk came to us recently to fight. We didn't know if that could happen, and we were on a trajectory to fight Chisora. It's a great test. I believe my guy will win, but I don't think it's easy by any means. I don't think because they talk now like this, you're going to see that in the ring. You're going to see two people looking to kill each other. But it's something that the fans, I know, will walk away saying, wow, I'm glad I saw it. And boxing is like no other sport. You can't tell someone, did you see that knockout? You could see a touchdown. You could see something happening. But boxing is at any moment. Someone could be, like Deontay says, everyone needs 8, 10, 12 rounds. All I need is 2 seconds. And in very infrequently any other sport, the drama is that way. If you're down 40-0, it's very unlikely in the fourth quarter you're coming back. So it's a very dangerous fight, and I'm glad I'm part of it.
Yeah, Shelley, you've lived the drama, the many ups and the downs as well through Deontay's career. How does it emotionally feel at ringside watching him, having been with him for so long, and how confident are you that he gets it right on April the 4th?
I'm confident every time he goes in he's going to win, and this one I'm very confident, and that's not taking anything away from Chisora at all. When Usyk's people, I honestly believe the toughest fight that Usyk ever had was with Chisora. I remember when it was, I think it was the second fight of Chisora of Usyk as heavyweight, and I said, God, I don't think this guy is going to be that great. And he has been Usyk, but it also showed how great Chisora is.
Thank you.
And we take nothing away from him. And if my guy were to lose, it's because that guy was better, because we're coming to win. He's coming to win by knockout. And if it doesn't, it's only because Chisora is as good as people say.
Thanks, Shelley. I'm going to move a couple down the row to Kalle Sauerland. Kalle, you've said that this is so important, not just that it's a cracking battle of two great heavyweights, but the loser really has nowhere to go. Do you really feel that it is a W at all costs for both Deontay and Derek on April the 4th?
Yeah, I mean, it's the stage of their careers. Look, let's not beat around the bush here. They're in their twilight of their careers. Sorry. But you know what? When Deontay was talking and Derek was talking, I was just thinking to myself, what a crime it would have been if this heavyweight generation didn't see this fight. And Derek has talked about this fight for so many years. And at times I thought, man, that's crazy. But his trajectory has been unbelievable in the last 5 years. Unbelievable. I think you could look back in heavyweight history, I've never seen a trajectory of a heavyweight at this stage of his career. You look at the fighters, we talk about Frank 19 years ago, 15 years ago, we had our first, that was actually together with Frank as well, was Robert Helenius. Yes, you got robbed. Yes, you got robbed that night.
Because you were promoting it. On this one, I might get robbed again.
You were on the wrong side that night. You were on the wrong side that night. But honestly, like, we released you 7 years ago. I thought you was over. And then you met, it was David Hay, really, that got together. And suddenly you found another gear in your career. Or else we would not be here now. You have found something that only God knows what you have found that has changed, because your style hasn't really changed. It's the engine. And that makes this fight so interesting. So interesting. You've got Deontay, who is, this is not promoter BS. This is the Ring Magazine. The Ring Magazine, hardest punching heavyweight of all time, right? So we sort of know what Deontay's going to try and do Easter weekend. We know what Derek brings. It's on his shorts. He brings war. He's done it from his first pro fight. He just seems to have really, in the last 5 years, found the recipe of doing it very well. And it's sustained. He used to go hot and cold during a fight. He does it as sustained. I was watching the Wallin fight, you know. And I agree with Shelley as well. You know, I promoted Usyk at cruiserweight. Phenomenal fighter. Phenomenal. But I looked at him at those weigh-ins and I used to think, this guy can't go to heavyweight. And Derek gets in and Derek proper shook him. And you see what Derek has done in the last 5 years in the sport. And you know what Deontay's legacy is. Both have their legacy. They will, one thing, we can't say that, you know, the loser goes home with nothing. They both have their legacy. But, you know, it might be time to sing that famous Bocelli song, Time to Say Goodbye, to one of them on April the 4th.
Kalle, how proud are you that MF Pro are launching it with this sort of big first show alongside Frank and Queensberry, the heavyweights, so many of them there in the Queensberry stable. It's a big statement, isn't it?
Listen, to have a testimonial, to have Frank Warren as your co-promoter on your first show at the O2, you're doing all right. You know, new kid on the block making the big fights. That's what I'll say about MF Pro. What I would say is, you know, you're doing something right in boxing when you've got broadcasters fighting over the rights. Because most of the time, and Frank will probably agree with me on this, we're pushing it, right? We're pushing it. We're not the Premier League. You know, we're pushing the beautiful science of boxing, but we are pushing it. We're selling it. So when a broadcaster is in a war to sell us their services, you know that you got something special. You know you got something special, and that's when you know you're doing it all right. And we're delighted with the choice. We're delighted to be globally on what is now undoubtedly the home of boxing, DAZN. Fantastic fights that are taking place on DAZN. Of course, the Saudi shows, but outside the Saudi shows as well. Nick Ball this weekend, fantastic show. Every week there's boxing on DAZN. It's a true home of boxing, and for us, you know, it's a very exciting evening, Easter weekend.
Thanks, Callum. I, for one, can't wait to get to Liverpool for Nick Ball. Frank, I know you'll be excited about your little man there, but this is the big guys and heavyweight boxing, the blue ribbon division. You've seen so many through the years. Still as excited as ever to hear that first bell this time?
I am. Good evening, everybody. Very much so. You know, nice to be working with Amy, working with Callie, and obviously with Shelley after all these years, and obviously with Deontay. We go back, and Derek. You know, I'm a fight fan, like probably everybody here, and some fights have fight written all over them, and this is one of those. You look at the styles of these guys, you look at the age they're at, you know, Callie said it all, Amy has said it, all about the 50th fight, and, you know, the loser's got nowhere to go and the winner will go on. That's the facts of life. In this fight, that's the facts of life. And what I look at is the styles and what these styles will bring to the fight. And both of them are walk-forward fighters. Both of them come to fight. No backing up. And as soon as that bell goes, you are going to get, as Derek will say, war. It's going to be a war. It's going to be bombs away from the two of them, and you are going to be sitting on the edge of your seat watching this. This is the type of fight it is. Heavyweight division's on fire. Lots of big fights being made. The winner of this, I don't think he'll retire if he wins.
To me, please.
But whatever happens, the winner will go on. And the loser's got a real problem because of, I'm not being disrespectful, and I can say it because I'm older than both of them because of their age. And that's where we are. Everything will be on the line Easter weekend, on their line. And one of them, as I was talking about earlier, one of them will have their chips. It will be all over. That will be it. And this is what's going to make it so exciting. It's on DAZN, home of boxing. They're our partners. We work with them. All the greatest fights, all the best fights are on there. This is going to be something special. These guys have worked very hard. We all worked very hard to put this together. It's there. It's going to be a great night for the fans. And do not blink. This is one of those fights. Don't blink. Absolutely. Don't blink because you're going to miss something. It's going to be something special whilst it lasts.
We know never blink, especially when the Bronze Bomber is in the ring. The saying is that power rarely fades, so that will retain with him. But what about Derek? Calla said the trajectory in the last 5 years has been extraordinary. Can you believe that we're still sitting here with Derek in fight number 50, whether he decides to go on and try for a world title, or his family will say, come on, enough's enough. How proud are you of Derek?
I've been telling him enough's enough. He don't take no notice. He's doing what he's doing. He's a fighting man. He's going for a purple patch. I mean, look what he's done in the ring. I mean, he's defied age, defied predictions. It's what he's done. And, you know, with Deontay, I'm not speaking out of school. You know, he had the third fight he had with Tyson Fury is probably one of the most exciting heavyweight fights I've seen sitting at ringside. Unbelievable fight. You know, Tyson and him on the floor getting up. The power's there. And I know he's had some, I'm not being problems outside the ring and that, but Shelley's telling me he's in a great place. He seems in a great place. So we'll see. On the night, we'll see with these guys. These two fellas are fighters. They're heavyweight fighters. They're going to go to war. As soon as that bell goes, meet in the centre of the ring, no backing up. And I really don't think it'll go the distance. It will be bombs away.
Yep, they're really looking tip-top physical and mental shape already. Deontay, since the Fury fight, can you get, after that trilogy, the magic back? Is it still there? Is the bronze bomber there, locked away and ready to come out again April the 4th, like we haven't seen in a while?
Man, it's definitely there. It's ready to bust out. And it will on April the 4th, for sure. You know, I've been through a lot, you know, outside of the ring. And usually my problems outside of the ring, I usually can handle them. But the journey that I had to go through, it was above me. I had to do a lot of work mentally. Physically and emotionally, I was there. I never left there, but mentally, I was done for, you know. Been hurt. You know, when a man loves, he loves hard. And when his heart is broken, it's a devastating thing. It's almost like you want to kill yourself. But I had to put my heart back together. I had to put it back together, and most of the time I was convincing myself that I'll be all right, I can do it. This ain't nothing you ain't never been through before. But I was lying to myself, you know? And I had to come to a realization. Certain things, certain fights was a measuring stick to am I really there or not, you know? And it gave me the answer. And when I got the last defeat, I knew exactly. I went to Shelley immediately. And we handled that, you know? It's tough. You got to understand, we are fighters and we're not robots, you know? We still have a life outside boxing. We still go through emotions. We still have emotional roller coasters in life. You know, no one person has it all figured out, you know? So that's why things are placed and set for us to go seek help for certain things. And, you know, as my race of people, you know, it's hard for us to go see therapists and stuff like that because sometimes we done been through so much in life, you know, the trauma of things, we feel like we can handle it. But when you go try, you'll find out it's all right, you know. And here I am now, the rebuild of myself. I'm human just like everybody else, you know. I've been through my trials and I've been through my tribulations of things. And here is the product right now. I still got more left. The fire is still in me.
Amen.
And it will show.
Amen.
I just can't wait. I can't wait. And I like to appreciate everybody that came out tonight. Yeah, y'all all look so beautiful. Y'all look like y'all ready to see this fight happening.
Apart from this guy.
So get the message out as fast as you can. Tell them extra, read all about it because it's going to be a war come April the 4th. And I truly mean that. Don't mistake this friendship.
Delisha.
Please.
Thou shalt not pass.
I won't pass it. The only gate the gatekeeper can have is the gates through heaven, and I don't think he's the gatekeeper of heaven.
I am.
That's it.
I am the gatekeeper. You want to fight Alexander Usyk? I am the gatekeeper.
Well, if you are the gatekeeper, you better pack a lunch.
No, I am. Yeah.
And I mean that lunch better have a smoothie of a lunch because you're not going to be able to eat. It's going to be sick.
Thou shalt not pass. You cannot enter. Wow, it's going to be amazing.
Human emotions, Deontay, we have so much respect for you as a fighter and a man. Same with you, Derek. Friendly fire and fish and chips to one side. Tell us all what's going to happen on April the 4th, Derek.
Listen, I've been planning this in my head. April 4th, I leave my house, get on a tube. You know, I'm going to get my friends that raise the colors, to raise all colors, Union Jack, around the O2 Arena for me. Come out, you know, train station, tube station, actually, call it, and walk to the arena. And this last time walking there. The next time I'll be going there, I'll probably be a pundit. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so, yeah. And then warm up and then get in the ring. You know, Hotel California Blazing the last time. Yeah, listen, then get in there and see this 6'7" guy on the other side. And the first thing I'll be saying to myself, and I always say this to myself, God honest truth. I'll be walking there, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this again? Why? Every time I'm like, oh, you're such a dick. Why are you going there? I'm like, fuck. But this time I'm like, yes, this is the last one. That's it, we're done. Yeah, so I'm excited. So I'm buzzing. April 4th is gonna be electric. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have to flip tables. Sorry. I don't have to flip tables. You were there, Adam. I don't have to spit water in anybody's face. I don't have to slap anybody. I don't have to threaten anybody. Me and my good friend here, we both know what we need to do. You know, we are cool right now, but at the same time we are cool. We are sizing each other up. You understand? So it's just one of those things, you know. We ever see when lions meet each other before they kill each other, they like size each other up, you know, and they're smelling each other and shit like that, and they sound like, ah! You know, that's exactly what's gonna happen on April the 4th. So I'm very, very excited for this fight, which is brought by MF Pro and Queensberry. So I'm excited, and I'm surprised. And this time you're on my side, ain't it?
Yeah, man. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you
sir.
very much. Yeah. So, thank you.
But remember what I said. I'm gonna be a road man in that ring.
I know. I want you to be a road man. I want you to be. You know. And there's nothing else. I enjoy that. Nothing I enjoy more than anything. You know, when someone hits me, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I gonna do here? Fucking hit him back. So I'm excited. I'm buzzing. You know. So I'm happy. Thank you very much for coming to London, and I can't wait to see you, my brother.
Finally, is it victory by knockout, Derek?
For me, it's victory by knockout, stoppage. Deontay,
for you?
Victory by knockout.
Early or late? Doesn't matter.
You had to beat other city.
It's going to be fantastic, guys. A terrific atmosphere.
One second, Adam.
Yes.
KD, come here.
Oh, boy.
KD, come here. Yeah, back, yeah.
He gonna sing.
KD from 258. Pleasure to have him up on stage. Should be here anyway.
Sorry, I want to bring something up to you guys. It's what's her name? It's Abzi October Red. Is she here? She's outside. Can you get her for me, please? Yeah. Oh, let's go. She's here.
What did he have up his
Is she coming?
All eyes on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see this lady here?
I've been a bad girl.
No, you haven't. She's a very good friend of mine. And KD came and told me that your sister has passed away.
Yeah.
Come sit down. And I'm so sorry. And I don't know what you're doing. You should be home, but I just want to say I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And I wanted everybody to know that you're a very good friend of mine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, October Red. Absolutely. Lovely lady around the circuit.
Now you're going to get all the interviews you want from me.
Now you can't beat me up on camera.
No, I can't.
That's the human side of Derek Chisora. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause, please. And for Deontay Wilder, and how honestly and openly he spoke. These are two warriors, but they're two nice human beings who've given us absolutely everything. And on April the 4th, live exclusively on DAZN, let's do this. A swashbuckling affair. Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder will pose for a head-to-head here. And we thank you very much for coming along. It should be a great fight week leading up to April the 4th. Thank you, the top table. Thank you so much to two great heavyweight fighters of our generation. Mr. Deontay Wilder on my left and Mr. Derek Chisora on my right. April the 4th, the 100. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on indeed. Just to confirm that again, you heard it from Adam Smith, that the date has been set, April 4th. It will be live from the O2 Arena exclusively on DAZN. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. Or you can go to Ultimate as well and get this pay-per-view as well, up to 11 more included as part of your annual subscription. Enjoy the best action, the biggest action, live on DAZN, all for one price. The Ultimate is your home of boxing at DAZN. Okay, that was interesting. No flipping the tables, no back and forth between those two. I guess it's because they have matured. They're not the young bucks anymore. Chisora 42, Deontay Wilder 40. And I think it's because they know come April 4th they're going to fight.
Yeah.
Some do it, some don't. I've done Bivol Butterbeer press conferences. They don't say anything because they know ultimately in the ring is where they do their talk.
Yeah, look, their reputation is cemented in this sport. And yes, they're friends, but they're very honest. When that first bell goes, it's going to be carnage. Both predicting knockouts. Look, when the Bronze Bomber plus War Chisora, that equals carnage. It's absolute, utter heavyweight carnage. It really is. When them two get in the ring, you know it's going to deliver. And it's a must-win. Let's not beat around the bush. If you're Derek Chisora, you want to go out with the biggest win of your career under your belt. I'm a little bit with Frank Warren. I'm not sure if he was to beat Derek Chisora, Deontay Wilder, that would be it. I don't know, but what a way to go out. And for Wilder, if he still has aspirations to go on and fight for world titles, this has to be a victory that he gets in good fashion.
Chisora still has a high ranking in most of the organisations, so you know, if Wilder can beat him, he's right back in the mix for a world title shot. And certainly for Chisora, it just cements his place. He'd be closer to another shot. I mean, it'd be hard to say no, especially for the guy who openly says, I fight purely for the money. But I tell you something though, fight week will be totally different. None of this. I quite enjoyed that, I gotta be honest. It was entertaining in its own way, but fight week, they will be snarling at each other because the whole focus is about fighting the guy in front of you. And when you see them, especially the characters they are, they'll want to jump on each other.
Born fighters.
It'll be real.
Yeah, born fighters. Fight week's going to be nuts.
Okay, we are going to get a face-off between the two as well. This could be interesting. This could go anyway as well. I do feel like they're saving their energy. But let's go back upstairs. Kala there alongside Frank Warren, Amir from MF Pro as well. I think we are about to get a face-off between the two heavyweight Goliaths.
Are you queuing him in? He's just going to walk in. You have to do it now, yeah? Guys, let's face off. Let's face off. Let's go.
Here we go. Face-off draped in the flags of Great Britain and the United States of America as well. Deontay Wilder, we know, the Bronze Bomber, 6'6", 6'7". Derek Chisora is no small man either, 6'2", 6'3". I almost feel like you're right. They're saving the energy for fight week. And come fight week, again, this press conference will have a few, I think, security guards a bit closer than where they are now, because anything could happen between these two. Well, it's a shame we don't have a mic right there. I'd love to know what they're both saying. Yeah.
I mean, even more when it gets close to the fight, because Deontay is a fantastic talker, and Derek quite often gets more physical than most fighters in fight week, so I think it will be more spicy. But today's been good, you know, it's been interesting enough. They've been quite honest, and I appreciate that, and funny in their own right, but certainly it's all being kept. I mean, this is a guaranteed banger, isn't it, Darren?
Oh, 100%. Friendship and respect goes right out the window as soon as that first bell sounds. This is absolute carnage. It is a must-win for both. Two heavy hitters with a pot of gold awaiting for the winner. Do not miss this one.
I'm with Frank as well about Chisora. I know he kind of laughed and scoffed it off about continuing, but if he does beat Deontay Wilder, I mean, it could be a world title shot next. He's very highly ranked with the IBF. His fight against Otto Wallin was the final eliminator for an IBF title, so he's probably thinking, one second, I deserve something. So I don't know. I think if Chisora wins in good fashion, I don't know if it is a 50 and out.
And also, how long will those belts stay together? You know, they're already starting to fragment, aren't they? I think that's inevitable. They're going to split up. So I think, you know, I think they were trying to get this as an IBF title fight at one point. So I think inevitably if that world title shot is dangled in front of him and it's a fighter who's not like a Fury or a Usyk, then he might just take it.
Because it's the only thing that's missing from his career. You've got to remember as well, he's on a really good run of form. He's not lost in 3 years. You know, he's got that winning mentality now. If he was to get the best result of his career on paper, I think it's a tough one, especially with, like you say, the belts could fragment. But look at these two superb servants of this great sport. They really have given us some great nights, and no doubt April 4th is going to be fireworks.
But you know what? For me personally,
Barry Jones's favourite line.
I think he should retire, Jarek. You know, we've obviously said that for a long time. He should have. He's in charge of his own destiny, and I appreciate that. But what a way to go out against someone like, fight. If he were to beat Wilder, fighting a former world champion, beating him, one of the stars of his era, let's be honest, then that would be a perfect way for him to go out 50-0, a nice clean exit, plenty of money in the bank, and a long life ahead of him. I mean, that's the way to go. You can play boxing in that.
Yeah, of course you have, yeah. What a cracking way to go out. But what I love about this is, you know, 100% they're both going to come to the centre of the ring and let fireworks, let bombs go from the off. And that's why it's a not-to-be-missed fight. Do not blink. A cracker.
Do not blink indeed. All right, let's tell you about the Ultimate. You guys should all know about this because it is a magnificent deal by DAZN. 12+ pay-per-views, 1 subscription. It is Ultimate, part of your annual subscription. You can get all the pay-per-views. It's where you can enjoy the biggest action in the best definition live on DAZN for all one price. So make sure you get the most from your home of boxing in 2026. Make sure you get Ultimate. As Kalle Sauerland joins us in studio. Me and Kalle go way back because we've been doing Misfits with each other.
Absolutely. We got
now,
another version of Misfits. It's MF Pro. Well, it's another division within the company. But
what a big launch this is for MF Pro. I mean, you could have done it with a small bang. You've gone the biggest. You've got Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder in there, combined 100-fight O2 Arena where you've been before and put on good shows.
Yeah.
It's an incredible way to kick things off.
Do you know what, Ade? The PR teams were coming up with all clever slogans and stuff like that, and I saw someone put out, what is MF Pro? And I just put back the new kid on the block making the big fights, because I've done a few things in my time in terms of, World Boxing, Super Z, Super 6. I like to shake things up, but I've never had a launch quite like this one. That's gone down like that. We announced Vidal Riley at the back end of last year, and then to go into this as a first event, and to be working together with a man who put on a lot of fights when I was growing up. Some of my favourite fights, actually one of my favourite nights, heavyweight night, Wembley Stadium, McCall.
Yeah.
The atmosphere that night, we talk about atmospheres now, but people forget, this generation of fight fans make great atmospheres, but that night at Wembley Stadium, I must have been 21, 22, oh, it was amazing stuff. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
24.
By the way, I completely feel underdressed for this occasion. I would have done. I would have put a whistle if I knew.
It's good to see us going old school. I see all promoters getting all trendy.
No, this is how it should be. This is how it should be.
I'm not saying any names, sorry, but I think a big heavyweight night. It's a bit of decorum, bit of Savile Row in the house. Just keep it real.
This is a massive fight. You both have worked with Chisora. You've worked with him quite a lot, and I think both of you made really good points on stage where you're almost surprised that he's been able to keep this going. I think a lot of people maybe thought it was the end, especially that Fury fight. When Fury beat him the first time, I kind of thought maybe that's it. And he's put a run together, to be fair. He's highly ranked in the IBF. Are you surprised, Frank, that he's still going 42
I
now?
told him to retire.
Yeah.
And he's defied and proved everybody wrong. He's going for a real purple patch. He's got a good string of wins, and he's looked good. So that last fight and the Walling fight, he looked excellent in that. And he's got the bit between his teeth, and he's going to have it because you've seen Deontay there. I know what's gone on in the background, or some of the stuff that's gone on, and he's in a good place now. He can punch. And I look at both the guys, look at their age, was it their 50th fight each of them? And styles, it's the old adage in boxing, styles make fights. These guys are not as fast as they were.
Yeah.
But they got great ring savvy. They're very smart operators. So for me, this is going to be two guys who know nothing about boxing on the back foot, walking forward. So they're going to come out and they'll be coming out and they're going to be looking to throw bombs. And someone will go. This is going to be exciting whilst it lasts.
Yeah, there's just no way, and I don't want to jinx it, there's no way this goes the full 12. You almost feel like someone
But you know what? You
maybe might
that.
hit the canvas.
You say that, but for me, it smells of an old school heavyweight throwback fight, back and forth. But sometimes they do they miraculously get off canvases and it goes the distance. You know, if you're a betting man, you probably do go short on it. But
because they know what's at stake, Callow, is that what it is? They know, like, as you said, I think both of you said, like, the loser's done, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
mean,
So maybe that's
Frank started 19 years ago with Derek. I remember we did a show, the first show I did with Derek was together with Frank in Helsinki. And I can only echo what Frank said. I released him from his contract 6, 7 years ago now. I don't know, about 6, 7 years. I thought it was game over. I said, Derek, that's all I can do for you, mate. You know, like we're talking about Germany, he fought Pulev. It was all right, but it was a bit flat. And then he met David Hayes. I don't know what they did in this gym together. I thought this was the best news for every nightclub owner in London when they got together, because I thought this has got disaster written all over it. Derek Chisora and David Hay together in a training format. This cannot work. But they found something because he doesn't really change his style much. It's just he's got the tank.
It's here, isn't it? It's like all things. You know, a lot of it's mental. And not to say he's never had any self-belief, but he really did find his way. And obviously David knew him very well for the fight. I remember we put the fight on between
Upton Park, that one.
Yeah,
the barrier in
fabulous,
front.
Fabulous night. Great, very exciting night, and a very close fight till Derek got beat. But you know, Derek's a warrior. He comes to fight. That's his way. He gives everything. Doesn't take a backward step. And Deontay's coming off of, what's it, 4 out of his last 5? But you look at the level he fought at. You know, 3 of those fights with Tyson, and you know, he put Tyson on the floor 4 or 5 times. Tyson got up and done the same with him. And that third fight, as I said at the press conference, one of the most exciting heavyweight fights I've ever seen. Unbelievable fight. And he's had his problems. And I think he touched on a bit of the maybe I shouldn't have said it, but he sort of expanded a bit on the press conference. And he seems to be in a really good place now. And a lot of things with fighters is mental. You know, mentally where you are. It's like David Hay and Derek, he got into his head. And I think with Deontay, he seems to be in this good place at the moment, and he's going to have to be. You have to be in a good place for this fight. Yeah. Because this fight is going to be about this. It's heart. You know, no one's going to be dancing away, whatever. They're going to be there in front of each other, chin and their heart. And they will be letting these bombs go.
Just before I move on, I want to talk to you about the weekend, but very quickly, I guess this is a collective now, right? Queensberry and MF Pro. When can we get some announcement about the undercard in terms of names that might be added to that?
Well, I think very shortly. Tickets go on sale, general sale. They're on pre-sale now. General sale this Friday, 2 p.m. Getting fast. I mean, it's a very hot ticket, But it is a general sale on Friday, 2 p.m. And the undercard announcements over the next couple of weeks. You know, probably next week you'll see the first ones. I know that Frank and George, I spoke to George, he's working on a very, very tasty fight for the undercard. We've got Vidal Riley definitely on there as well. And, you know, we'll see what we can do as a stable together. We were talking before, you know, like Frank's worked a lot with my old man, you know, both Hall of Famers. You know, I'm looking forward to a lot more with Frank as well in the UK. And it's you know, it's so important. Like people said, oh, we're just together, you're co-promoting with Queensberry. And I said, well, it's brilliant. I said, they've got one of the biggest platforms in the world. Why would I not want to be co-promoting? I mean, it's like the mindset. And we were having a chat about it. It's like the mindset today. It's like, I don't give a monkey's who I'm promoting. I'm interested in getting my message out there through as many platforms as I can. And I've always done that. World Boxing Super Series, we have lots of Frank's guys in there as well. It's always, the more you work together, the serious guys, none of the mess-arounders, we all know who we're talking about. You talk about the serious guys, that's what it is. Yeah, this is going to be my 4th decade in the sport, right? I'm not going to say anything about what decade Frank's it is. But you know when Well, you know what stays in life? You know it's not bad. You know it's not bad. Yeah, and yeah, you sometimes have a bit of a rub up, but that's it. It ain't me any business.
But that's life.
It's working together, putting on the big fights, making and big fights get bigger when you've got promoters working together. It's as simple as that. It's like, you never understand the whole. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a rant.
No, that's okay. No, feel free. This is like
letting some things off my chest here.
It's okay. Let's hope there's more collaborations, as you guys say, down the line. A big fight for your boy, Nick Ball, coming up on the
it's
weekend.
a tough fight.
Figueroa. This is a really tough fight.
Figueroa, two-time world champion, never been stopped in the 2 losses. He's a big, tall guy. I mean, Nick's always sit. But Nick's quite short against most people. But I think Nick Ball's one of the most exciting fighters in the world.
Yeah.
Every fight he has, it's, you know, you're on the edge of your seat watching him, what he does. And he's got the home advantage, and he's up for this.
Yeah, this is a man that
Great
obviously
place to promote boxing as well, Liverpool.
Yeah,
love a Liverpool boxing night.
And it's a really good show.
Really, really good show. Yeah, it
really
is.
good youngsters, some good Queensberry youngsters on there.
Yeah, indeed. Let's hope he does get it done, because we want to see him in unifications. Maybe in Inoue, potentially down the line as well. That's my dream fight for Nick Ball.
Well, me too, but he's got to get through this weekend.
Yeah, he has to get through this weekend. All right, there you go. Loads coming up on your way. Loads of fights coming up on DAZN, including that one, Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa this Saturday. I'm going to be up there, the whole team, on Friday for the weigh-ins, and obviously big fight night on Saturday. Liverpool crowd, a very loud and noisy crowd as well, so it should be a great one. Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you very much, Kaller, as well. Thank you very much to Mr. Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder. Thank you all for turning up and being a part of this press conference. 100 fights, that's what it will be between the two. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. The War Chisora versus the Bronze Bomber. April 4th, live and exclusive on DAZN. We'll see you this weekend.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready. The fighters are ready. The boxing world is ready. The fight starts now. Let's go.
How do you like it? So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.